Hi, my name is Mary. Today FM plays the best music in Lambasa. Today FM rocks.
My name is Thomas. I'm here in Nakasi and I like to listen to Today FM because it rocks.
My name is Milenia. Today FM rocks here in Singatoka.
My name is Enrique and Today FM rocks here in Tavua.
My name is Mary Jane. I love listening to Today FM here in Ba. Today FM rocks.
My name is Ilay Tiambal and I love listening to Today FM. Today FM rocks here in Usur.
Today's hit music on Today FM.
In the news tonight, heart screening now available for children. Vigil held for Sri Lankan victims. And river recovery halted.
From the studios of FBC Suva, Jackie Spate.
Fiji is the first country in the Pacific to offer a free heart screening centre for children. The centre, which was opened by Prime Minister Voreqe Bainimarama today, will provide free services to children. Rachel Nath reports it's located within the Sri Sathya Sai Sanjivani Medical Centre in Asese Suva and houses the latest technology echocardiography machine from New Zealand.
Fijian children will be able to be screened for heart disease at the centre thanks to this new equipment.
Not even the Starship Children's Hospital in Auckland, which is New Zealand's premier hospital, has this machine. This $200,000 machine was donated to the medical centre by a lovely philanthropist couple from New Zealand, Mr. Robin and Mrs. Orchard James.
Another machine that scans hearts was also purchased and will be used in rural communities.
Latimer Foundation Fiji, in conjunction with the Ministry of Health, to conduct child heart screenings in the rural villages of Fiji as part of the Foundation's Project Heartbeat initiative.
All these projects are interrelated and will lead to our ultimate goal, our biggest project ever, the establishment of a specialist children's heart hospital.
Prime Minister Voreqe Bainimarama says the Sai Prema Foundation is helping to realize the government's vision of a healthier Fiji.
At this new children's screening center, young Fijians will be provided heart screenings completely free of cost. I understand cardiac surgeries have already been conducted within this facility for Fijian children, a specialist treatment that is now available on site earlier for the first time.
The effort to make heart health services available to Fijian children does not stop here. The foundation today started work on establishing the South Pacific's first children's heart hospital. Rachel Nath, FBC News.
The attack on 3 churches and 3 hotels last Sunday is the worst thing that could have transpired after the end of 30 years of civil war in Sri Lanka. Speaking on behalf of the Sri Lankan community at the vigil organised to honour the victims, Justice Suresh Chandra said those working for the judicial system in Fiji sympathise with the families of those who died. Catherine Krishna reports close to 300 people gathered in the Anglican Cathedral in Suva today for the vigil.
A moment of silence before a prayer of peace recited by leaders of different faiths for those who were massacred in Sri Lanka.
We suffered man-made disasters. We suffered a terrible tsunami where lots of lives were lost. And the incident that took place on the Easter Sunday, I think was the worst that could have happened in the day during the last 40 years.
Attorney General Ayaz Said Kayum says many Sri Lankans have contributed positively to Fiji and its economy, and he feels their pain.
Of course, the tragedy of what happened in Sri Lanka is something that, of course, beyond many people's comprehension. Of course, we feel a lot more in Fiji because we're vast number of Sri Lankans in Fiji.
Leader of opposition Sitiveni Rambuka also sympathized with the many who attended this vigil.
Today, we here to remember 300 innocent lives, more than 300. Last count was 331. And 500 injured on Resurrection Day. A great day of rejoicing.
Meanwhile, other religious leaders strongly condemned the terror attack.
We are deeply saddened over this horrific terror attack in Sri Lanka. We strongly condemn this brutal act of violence. It's just unbelievable that over 300 innocent people were killed in a cold-blooded manner for no reason at all.
And encourage one another in spreading a culture and mentality of peace through continuous peace dialogues.
At the vigil, representatives of various religions agreed that world peace begins with communities and encouraged each other to be agents of change in promoting peace and prosperity in their communities. Catherine Krishna, FBC News.
Police have confirmed a woman has come forward claiming one of the 4 passengers on board the vehicle that submerged in a river near Mbaulevu Nausori is her son. It's believed her son took his mother's car when she was away from home. It's been nearly 9 hours since the vehicle has been submerged in the river. Police spokesperson Ananai Soro says a team of police divers at the scene have been unable to retrieve the vehicle due to the added risks of murky water and strong currents. She adds they have not been able to see the vehicle. It's believed the car was travelling towards Nausori and tried to overtake another car, but the driver apparently lost control, veered off the road and ended up in the river. Prime Minister Vurenge Bainimarama has conveyed his condolences to the families of the 2 students who died due to the extreme weather experienced over the weekend. A 15-year-old boy was swept away at sea while swimming with his older brother at Nasilai Beach, Cuba, while a 3-year-old toddler from Lovoni Overlau died after he slipped and hit a drain he was trying to jump over. Rachel Nath reports.
Our hearts go out to the families of these young Fijians during this unimaginably difficult time.
The Prime Minister is urging Fijians to take heed of the weather warnings and be alert.
The safety of our people, particularly our young people, is paramount. And that is why all Fijian families must remain on high alert whenever severe weather heads our way, whether that's a rainstorm, a tropical depression, or, God forbid, a tropical cyclone.
The Easter weekend was rocked by torrential rains and flooding. The PM says something that's becoming too common for Fiji due to climate change.
Rivers that may once have been safe to swim in are becoming deadly during the rainy season. Roads we used to drive, rain or shine, face a greater risk of becoming dangerously flooded. And journeys that were once made by boat without a second thought, like this afternoon, are becoming far riskier, especially when heavy rains descend upon our islands.
Health Minister Dr. Ifiremi Wangainabete is also reminding Fijians to practice sanitation over this weather.
There is always a possibility of waterborne infections such as typhoid and also the other indirectly related things such as dengue and leptospirosis. Our public health protection officers have been working hard in the community, talking to communities.
The Fiji Meteorological Services says the wet weather is expected to run through until the end of the week. Rachel Nath, FBC News.
Smuggling contrabands into prisons continues to be a concern for the Fiji Corrections Service. This is according to Commissioner of Corrections, Commander Francis Keane, who hopes their new K9 unit will assist them in detecting the smugglers. Ali Kimbia reports.
This new breed of Labrador dogs will be placed at every entry point of various prison complexes around the country to help reduce the rising cases of contraband smuggling.
As you may be aware, there tends to be an increase in the smuggling of contraband into our correctional centers, and by having this capability, these Labrador dogs, hopefully it will be a deterrent.
Permanent Secretary for Defense Ioane Naivalurua opened the new K9 unit at Namboro today. Commander King says this is a major boost for the Fiji Corrections and at the same time improves their service delivery.
K9s are a very important capability for the Fiji Corrections Service. As you know, this one that's commissioned today in Namboro is specifically for breeding Labradors.
A new training classroom constructed at a cost of $108,000 was also opened today. Ali Kimbia, FBC News.
New recruits to the Fiji Corrections Service have been told to carry out their task with honour and dignity. Permanent Secretary for Foreign Affairs and Defence, Ioane Naivalarua, made this important reminder to the 63 new officers who were part of the pass-out parade in Namboro today. Ali Kimbia with the details.
These new officers have been challenged to carry out their task diligently following an intensive 4 months of training.
You would have fully appreciated the role that you play in the life of a fellow Fijian who has fallen on the wrong side of the law and is under your care. I'd like to emphasize this point again, is under your care. Who, like you, also has a purpose and aspirations to fulfill.
Chief Guest Ioane Naivalarua says it's important that they work according to the law.
As correction officers, you have great responsibility in building high standards of professionalism, enforcing our laws, and ensuring the sentences determined by our courts are served.
24-year-old Ravikas Ram from Lambasa walked away with the most prestigious award, the Baton of Honor.
It was a special moment for me. I never expected that I was going to receive a Baton of Honor.
The new officers include 60 men and 3 women. Ali Kimbia, FBC News.
Still to come, job fair aims to increase skills and hiring. And Tambuas come home. Details after the break.
Nambula FM, nambandua ya nasere.
Oya uvasit sai sai Lambasa, ya ndo talita ina warro Nambula FM, nambandua ya nasere.
Gua da tumeli ako na tao no hinga toka. Talita kina na warro Nambula FM, nambandua ya nasere.
Wana mtuma Nambula FM, nambandua ya nasere mwaluan.
Na evengo fanya na tao.
The Employment Ministry is spearheading the National Job Fair currently underway at the FMF Gymnasium, designed to reduce the unemployment rate to 4% in 2 years. Employment Minister Parveen Kumar says this will empower young people with new knowledge and skills to enable them to be easily absorbed into the workforce. Kritika Kumar reports.
Parveen Kumar says this job fair provides the opportunity to interact directly with potential employers.
It will also offer opportunities for skills development, turning job seekers into job creators, as available through some of the training sessions during these 2 days.
He urges employers to work with the government to provide more attachments for the unemployed to gain necessary work experience.
Such engagements will spearhead the smooth transition of school leavers and graduates from higher education into the world of work, into the aspiration of the future government into a world of decent jobs and employment growth.
The ILO director says all stakeholders need to work together to create more job opportunities.
Working closely with employers to create more employment opportunity for young people by promotion of investment in sectors that generate enough jobs for youth.
Employers at the job fair are accepting applications from those seeking work. The event ends tomorrow evening. Kritika Kumar, FBC News.
450 support staff will be needed during the Asian Development Bank's annual governors meeting, which will be held in Denarau, Nandi next month. Rosie Holidays is the events coordinator for the ADB meeting and have been holding recruitment drives for support staff over the last 4 months. Felipe Naikaso with the details.
The support staff recruitment drive continued in Nandi today as the National Employment Centre and Rosie Holidays screened applications for those interested in being part of the event. With more than 3,000 attendees confirmed to attend, the support staff will be vital. Rosie Holidays Director Conference Chris Green says so far they have received an overwhelming response from Fijians, with 500 applications so far received. FBC News also spoke to some FNU Namaka campus students who are applying to be support staff for the 5-day meeting. Most of them stated they want to be exposed to such a high-level gathering.
To actually gain experience in the hospitality field and to gain more experience job so that in the future I know what I'm doing in the field and actually know more.
To gain experience in the tourism field and also to be more independent.
So I want to gain a bit of experience and also like to come out of my comfort zone from where I'm here, to come out from the industry.
The ADB meeting will be held from the 1st to the 5th of next month, and among the key issues up for discussions will be climate change, ocean health and renewable energy. Philippe Naikaso, FBC News.
136 repatriated Tambor from New Zealand have been handed to the Ministry of Itaukei Affairs by Permanent Secretary for Environment Joshua Wycliffe. Wycliffe highlighted that a total of 146 Tambor were received from the New Zealand government, 10 of which will be kept with the Ministry of Environment for research purposes. Kritika Kumar reports.
Acting Permanent Secretary for Itaukei Affairs, Meleti Bainimarama, says the 136 tambua will go towards the establishment of a tambua shop run by the Ministry of Itaukei Affairs.
We've come through 3 years. We really need to perfect the process, and when we start the sale or the purchasing, we need to have all these processes in place.
He says they are working in collaboration with the Fisheries Ministry on the authenticity and price of the tambua.
Put in that mechanism to isolate the fake from the real ones, and also we'll probably working with development unit here. They're going to work out the pricing on the size of the tambua.
The collaboration between the two ministries in bringing back the traditional artifacts has been commended by the Permanent Secretary for Environment.
We cooperate closely and partner with the Ministry of Itaukei Affairs, in which any trade or any exchange of tambua would require primarily the approval of the Permanent Secretary for Itaukei Affairs.
He says the tambua bears deep cultural and historical meaning for Fiji and the Fijian people. Kritika Kumar, FBC News.
REDD+ Fiji is developing a framework that will address the distribution of benefits from the commercialization of carbon. Several workshops have been conducted recently to raise awareness on benefit sharing and to gauge the public's opinion. Eleanor Tarangai-View has more.
There are 3 known benefits of carbon sale: monetary, non-monetary and non-carbon related benefits. A system is being put together to ensure these benefits are shared equally amongst stakeholders.
So it's important, therefore, to put up a framework that is credible and also fair to all, not only to the landowners, but also to the forest users, and even.
REDD+ is working with Conservation International in the development of this framework. They are currently looking at the legal aspects to ensure it is within the current laws and regulations.
We are looking at the legal framework, what are the legal frameworks available, and we also look at the facilities, what are being operationalized already.
Conservation International consultant Patricia Parkinson told a recent consultation the system should be able to attract international investors into buying carbon from us.
It also would inspire the confidence of international investors in the carbon market in Fiji, and see if there's a strong system and it's reliable.
Currently, communities that are already selling carbon overseas are using their own systems of benefit distribution, some in monetary terms and other non-monetary. Eleanor Tarangai-View, FBC News.
Later in sports with Jamie, Fiji Beach Volleyball is analysing their players before submitting their final squad. But first, Rachel is here with business.
Thanks, Jackie. Good evening, and coming up after the break. Business Expo to encourage small, medium enterprises. And in growing Fiji, the Kumbaya Islanders plead for new water system. Stay with us.
Lola, I am Eleanor. For the best classic hits, I only listen to Gold FM here in Singapore. Gold FM, only the classic hits.
My name is Seni Rawa. I love listening to Gold FM here in Nosuri. Gold FM, only the classic hits.
My name is Dino. I'm from Outrigger, Coral Coast, Singapore. I love listening to Gold FM.
only the classic hits.
My name is Salote. I love listening to Gold FM here in Surrey. Gold FM, only the classic hits.
Bula, my name is Marida. Gold FM plays the best classics here in Aochiga, Singatoka.
Gold FM.
Leading business tonight, the Fiji National University Namaka campus is holding a business expo tonight aimed at bringing together more than 50 small business enterprises for information sessions and panel discussions. This will also be beneficial to the school as students from the College of Business, Hospitality and Tourism can ask business-related questions. The main discussion will also be centered on market management and business setup needs. Students and the public have also been asked to utilize the expo.
We are holding this forum discussion, bringing in the experts from governments, from the business houses, the banks, government, I say the ministries, and some other experts in the SME sector, and to be able to help the people who are seeking for support, information, and assistance.
Sanifa joins us now with the latest from the local stock market.
Australia's first quarter core inflation came in at 1.6% today, less than the expected 1.7%, driving the Aussie sharply lower. The US dollar hovered near 22-month high against its peers this morning after strong housing data further eased concerns of a slowdown in the world's biggest economy. Data showing sales of new US single-family homes jumped to a near 1.5-year high in March, adding to recent positive readings in retail sales and exports. The US first quarter GDP data due on Friday could strengthen the case that while the current period of global expansion is in its late stages, the United States is on firmer footing than other leading economies. That's all from HFC Bank for now. Vinaka.
Thanks, Anifa. On to today's exchange rates. As it was set this morning, the Fiji dollar has continued its gain against the currencies of our major trading partners, Australia and New Zealand, as well as the rising against the euro, but slipped slightly against the strengthening US dollar, Chinese yuan, the PNG kina, and the Japanese yen. On to the commodities market, it was mixed with oil prices up $66 per barrel. Gold dropped a few dollars at $1,271 per ounce, and silver closed at $14.82 per ounce. And in growing Fiji tonight, the people of the island of Dokumbia are pleading with the government to help repair their borehole water system so that they can receive good, clean and safe drinking water. Eleanor Turanganview reports it's been years since the pump was broken, and pleas from this remote maritime community has fallen on deaf ears. The borehole supplies water to 2 of the 4 villages on the island as well as a primary school.
For years, villagers on the island of Dokumbia have been drinking from a borehole located about 4 kilometers inland.
It's after 5 years now, and we have been asking the government, taking our pleas to the DO's office and the provincial office for a generator and a submerged pump to enable the water to be supplied to all the homes.
Currently, the villagers are collecting rainwater for daily use, and water cutting to the island comes once a month.
The barge berths far out at sea, and the hose that gets the water from the boat to us only reaches up to the foreshore. That means that we are not able to fill the water tanks beside our houses.
For the women, it's a daily struggle to get water for home use.
For us, the villagers of Vuninuku, we only have a few water tanks. I come and fetch water from the water tank at the village hall. We are lucky that it's been raining. If not, we have to walk to the spring in the bushes to fetch water.
The Madhuwata District Office has been tasked to look into the plea from the villagers to end the water woes on the island. Eleanor Turanganview, FBC News.
And that's a wrap from the business desk for tonight. Jamie is next with sport.
Thanks and good evening in sports tonight. National Under-17 football side off to Israel for UEFA Development Tournament. And a star begins to emerge through AFL Fiji development. This and more coming up.
Hi, I'm Jyotishma. I'm from Singatoka. I love listening to Mirchi FM. Mirchi FM is hot.
Mirchi FM is #1.
I'm Charlene Robert. Mirchi FM rocks in Lambasa.
I'm Soname Nasari Jackson. Mirchi FM is hot.
My name is Raymond Dutt. I'm in Baba Singh Alliance. Mirchi FM is hot in Lambasa.
I'm Kritika from Jax Nasori. I love listening to Mirchi FM here in Nasori. Mirchi FM is hot.
Mirchi FM, it's hot.
The Vodafone National Under-17 men's football team have been challenged to play with pride for the national jersey at the upcoming UEFA Under-17 Development Tournament in Israel, which starts next week. National head coach Christophe Gamel says the team has prepared well for the tournament. However, it will all come down to focus and execution. Meli Tavanga has more.
National football coach Christophe Gamel says this will be a good exposure for the Under-17 team, as they will be playing against top teams.
The first time that Fiji will go and is invited by UEFA, we need to behave, because we will open the door for many people after us. Your generation will continue. If we behave, if we do our best, they will invite us more and more. And this is your role model.
Before the team's departure this morning, Fiji FA President Rajesh Patel reminded the players of how important their roles are when representing the nation in any international arena.
Take it as a granted that you are the next Fiji national team players. There's a lot of work for you to do. This is just the beginning for you.
Under-17 captain Sikeli Tovilor believes the team has prepared well for the tournament. The Tavua College student is also calling on Fijians living in Israel to come out and show their support.
In camp for 3 weeks, we are ready to go to Israel and fly Fiji's flag high. This is for the fans to come up in numbers, and for the fans back home to...
Fiji plays Ukraine in their first match next Monday, and they will then meet Ireland on next Wednesday before playing hosts Israel on Friday. Meli Tavanga, FBC Sports.
Following a successful Fiji Games competition over the Easter long weekend, Fiji Beach Volleyball is analyzing its players before submitting their final squad to Fasanok for the Pacific Games. The Federation will also carry out fitness tests this week before naming their final men's and women's squads for the Samoa Games. Meanwhile, competition amongst players is intense as both overseas and local reps contest for a spot in Team Fiji.
Taking one men's and one women's, that's the quota that's given to us by the Pacific Games, and it's always been like that. We'll submit the names to Fasanok after we've done the fitness test, which is the last thing for us to do in the selection criteria.
More good news continues to surface for AFL Fiji. Not only will their 9th tournament kick off this weekend, but one of their youngest upcoming players will be creating history over the next few days. Aquila Dama with the details.
Rising AFL star Tonetui Korthau leaves this Friday for a 3-month stint with the Gold Coast Suns Under-16 Talent Academy in Australia. This historical achievement started a few years ago through a teacher's advice.
One of my school teacher, Beckett Lelin, must pushed me to the sports, Beckett training during Dean's competition in school. He told me if you want to go to Australia about the flyer or about the aeroplane, you change your sports and play AFL.
The Year 12 student acted on the advice and 3 years later became the first Fijian to be part of a professional AFL club academy. AFL Fiji believes the 16-year-old will fly our flag with pride and passion.
For this, it's a breakthrough for us and also set us to another pace to boost us, to help us know that there are few other players that are in the country that has the potential of going to play where John is right now.
The Nukuni villager from Oneilau is tying up all the loose ends before leaving our shores. and he is also focusing more now on spiritual preparation.
My aim for this tour is to be in the Suns Academy and be through to the Premiership in Australia and the AFL level.
Tui Korodau flies out on Friday for Australia. Aquila Dama, FBC Sports.
Former Wallaby and Waratahs back Carmichael Hunt says he's sad for longtime friend Israel Folau as the star fullback awaits a decision on the future of his rugby career after posting homophobic comments on social media. Fiji-born England winger Semesa Rokundunguni is set to return this weekend for English club Bath after being out with injury for 2 months. New Zealand cricket will continue monitoring the situation in Sri Lanka, where the Black Caps are due to tour in August. As it stands, the tour is still on as the island nation reels from the deadly terrorist attacks. That's it from Sports Tonight. You can join Angie later on with weather, and in the Weird and Wonderful segment, firefighters rescue ducklings trapped in a storm drain. That's coming up.
मैं नवनीत नंद नंबुआ लुम्बुआ से जैसे ट्रेनी नॉर्थ मशहूर है वैसे रेडियो फीजी 2 भी सभी जगह मशहूर है। रेडियो फीजी 2 देश की धड़कन।
सीमा नकाशी से मैं रेडियो फीजी 2 पसंद करती हूँ सुनने के लिए। रेडियो फीजी 2 देश की धड़कन।
मैं हूँ अंकल किंग सिंगाटोका टाउन के टैक्सी ड्राइवर। जैसे रग्बी फेमस है वैसे रेडियो फीजी 2 फेमस है।
रेडियो फीजी 2 देश की धड़कन।
And it's weather time now with Angie.
Hello there and welcome to the Weather World. Such a wonderful day with very cool temperatures. The weather has slight improvement, but we're still encountering light showers. Taking a look in the west, it was a mild day with showers anticipating later tonight. Eastwards from Pekhaba to Suva, quite easy here, very calm and non-humid. And up north, more of the light, beautiful sunny periods. At sea, southeast winds 20 knots, moderate seas. For the tides, low tide at 11 p.m. with high tide at 4:53 a.m. Sunrise at 6:18. For tomorrow, a semi-fine day. Sounds like some good news, but light showers will approach by afternoon. Tomorrow's temps, all major centers will fluctuate between 28 to 31 degrees. And looking further on to Friday, apart from few passing showers, all will be great. And that's all from the FBC Weather World. Jackie.
Thanks so much for that, Angie. In Fijian Pulse tonight, we asked, should there be more national job fairs held around the country?
Absolutely yes, because it gives the public varieties of jobs to choose from.
Yes, because that way it increases more job opportunities for the locals, and it also decreases the statistics of unemployment in the country.
From my point of view, yeah, we need more job or career expo around the country, especially in the interior of our nation, because they are hardly able to come down to the urban area or to get more things or more knowledge about the work or career that is available for their skills.
Yes, there's more job positivity among job seekers.
They should. They provide opportunities for employers to meet face-to-face with lots of variety of job seekers, and they also increase the rate of unemployment in Fiji.
Recapping the main stories for tonight, heart screening now available for children, vigil held for Sri Lankan victims, and river recovery halted. Now for these stories and others, you can tune in daily to our sister radio station Gold FM. To our poll question segment, we're asking, should small boat operators be penalised on the spot for not adhering to weather warnings? Visit our FBC website to answer. Before we go, our shot of the day is from the Fiji Police Force Media Cell. Officers based at Nambowalu out at sea searching for the 2 missing fishermen from Boy. You can send us newsworthy pictures and videos on email fbcnews@fbc.com.fj or share it with us via Facebook page FB News. You can also follow and tweet us your news tips at FBC_news or simply hashtag FBC News. That was the FBC News for tonight. From the team and I, stay safe. Good night.
Bula, neva ngo malakai leloma, ngo ngai nakas on rong nam Bula FM, namban dua na sere.
Hoya vasit sai sai lambasa, ya on talita na warong nam Bula FM namba 2 na sere.
Gua do kimeli ako na tao no hinga toka, talita kina na warong nam Bula FM, namban 2 na sere.
Wana mtuma nam Bula FM, namba 2 na sere maluan.
Na vengo fane na tao no singa toka, kita on talita kana Bula FM, namban 2 na sere.
Bula FM, namba 2 na sere.